Right now, there's a revolution unfolding. And it's not happening in some tech lab in Silicon Valley. It's happening in your doctor's office, in your local hospital. We're not talking about just a simple upgrade here. This is a fundamental rewiring of medicine itself. And it's all being powered by one single force: artificial intelligence.
So you have to ask, right? Why are these huge tech companies like Google and Microsoft all of a sudden in this massive, high-stakes race to get inside our healthcare system? The answer to that question reveals this incredible battle that could literally define the future of how we heal.
You see, this whole race is happening because healthcare is at a breaking point. Systems all over the world are just buckling under the pressure of rising costs, not enough staff, and a massive crisis of doctor and nurse burnout. And wherever there's that much pressure, tech companies see an enormous opportunity. They are betting to farm that AI is the answer.
So what is it that's making this revolution even possible, right here, right now? Well, it all comes down to three major forces all converging at the exact same time. Think of it like a perfect storm. For the very first time in history, we have these unbelievable amounts of digital health data. At the same time, our computing power has just exploded, so we can actually process it all. And finally, we have these really sophisticated new algorithms that can sift through all that data and find patterns that no human ever could. It's the combination of those three things that has completely unlocked the door. So this new landscape has created a really fascinating battlefield. It's pitting two totally different kinds of armies against each other. You've got the tech titans on one side and the established healthcare incumbents on the other.
And the two biggest tech players are taking brilliantly different paths. Microsoft is playing what you could call the inside game with its embedded strategy. They're putting AI tools right inside the software that doctors already use every day, trying to solve immediate frustrations, like all that paperwork that leads to burnout. Google, they're playing the long game with an ecosystem strategy. They want to build a whole new health system from the ground up, connecting everything from your search history all the way to clinical trial platforms. But you absolutely cannot count out the old guard. These huge medtech giants, think GE Healthcare, Siemens, they hold a very powerful trump card. They are masters at navigating the incredibly complex and, let's be honest, incredibly slow world of medical regulation. I mean, if you want to see who's actually winning today, just look at the data. These are the number of AI-powered devices that are officially cleared by the FDA. The names at the top of this list, they're not startups. They're the incumbents. And why is that? Because they know how to play the game. They know how to get real products through that regulatory maze and actually into hospitals.
Just let that top number sink in for a second. 81. That is how many FDA-authorized AI tools GE Healthcare by itself already has on the market. This isn't some theoretical thing in the future. This is AI being used right now, today, in a hospital near you to make things like MRI scans faster and a whole lot more accurate.
But okay, it's not just the titans and the incumbents. There's a new breed of innovator popping up. And these startups, they're playing a totally different game. It's a game where the prize isn't the hardware or the software. The prize is the data itself. Their whole strategy is built on this really powerful idea called the data flywheel. It's a loop that just keeps reinforcing itself. So you offer a service that creates unique data. You use that data to build smarter AI. That smarter AI then attracts more users who, you guessed it, generate even more data for you. The cycle just feeds itself and gets stronger and stronger. The company Tempus is a perfect case study for this. It starts by giving advanced genomic tests to cancer patients. Then it gathers up and de-identifies these massive amounts of clinical data from all those tests. And finally, it uses that unique proprietary data library to build incredibly powerful AI tools for research. So every single test they sell makes their AI smarter, creating this brilliant, self-sustaining competitive advantage. And this gets right to the heart of the new reality we're in. This quote says it all, really. In the data-driven era of medicine, those who control the best data will have a decisive advantage. In this whole race, you can think of the algorithm as just the engine. The data is the fuel. So when you analyze all these different strategies, you start to see a whole new playbook for how to succeed in modern healthcare.
And it pretty much boils down to two simple rules. The two golden rules are crystal clear. First, you have to integrate into the workflow. A brilliant AI is totally useless if a burned-out doctor won't use it. It's got to be invisible, it's got to be effortless. And second, data is the new moat. As algorithms get easier and easier to build, the only real defensible competitive advantage is owning a unique, high-quality dataset that nobody else can get their hands on. Okay, so where's all of this going? The future is really being shaped by two huge dominant trends, but also by some absolutely massive challenges that stand in the way.
So there are two big trends that are defining what's coming next. The first is this shift to generative AI. We're moving beyond AI that just predicts things and moving towards systems that can create, summarize, and assist. Think of it like an AI co-pilot for every doctor. The second big trend is platformization. A few giant companies are racing to build the foundational operating system for health AI, aiming to be the Windows or iOS that everything else gets built on top of. But, and this is a big but, this AI-powered future is far from guaranteed. These tools have to be proven to work reliably in the messy chaos of the real world, not just in a lab. They've got to clear all the regulatory hurdles and figure out a way for hospitals to actually pay for them. And maybe most importantly, we have to confront these enormous ethical questions around privacy, bias, and simple fairness.
And all of this leads to the one big question that's going to define this entire revolution. When an AI is involved in a life-or-death medical decision, who is ultimately accountable? Is it the doctor? The hospital? Is it the company that wrote the code? Answering that question? Well, that might be the hardest problem of all.